So what's it this time, John? Well, Xena, I see you and Gabrielle got your DC doll stands. Yeah, we did, so. But I'm here to tell you it's not over. Hey, Gabrielle says, me and my mother had nothing to do with the WWE followership for 23 years, not onlooking you, not caring about you, and not wanting you around. All right? Everyone had free will, John. And I'm sorry if you couldn't get the whole world to onlook you. But don't guilt us as if we were guilty, as everyone was guilty of playing with John Cena. Hey, let's make him think we care about him for 25, 23 years. Hey, let's play with him and make him think that we really understand the whole quick trust and onlook things. We had nothing to do with it, John. And you said that the folks who hated you, well, you learned that you never could win them over. Well, you can't win everyone over. You can't make everyone like you. It is what it is, John. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that you had to go through 23 years of hoping to get everyone who didn't like you for your wrestling skills or your show playing skills or whatever to like you. Oh yeah, Gabrielle, speaking of that, you know what, John? Then you said to folks that onlooked you and backed you for those 23 years or so, you said that they were as bad as the John Cena haters. You said that they only bought your dolls, your shirts, your caps, that they only went to see you at live shows and farseer shows, which I guess are live shows too, and yield shows, that they only did it because they wanted to be like you or live through you, and that they didn't truly care about you. John, if none of those folks cared enough about what you did or didn't like what you did, why would they blow their hard work, all that gal that they worked hard to make, to buy your dolls or your caps or your shirts or your disses, or I don't know, go to house shows or live shows or yield shows that you would be at or wrestling at, if they didn't back you? You know what? I think, John, that the truth is that, and this is just my guess, is at the end of the day, John, you didn't you wanted the whole world to love you. I don't think you can get the whole world to love you. I mean, you'll be like, yeah, but look, you don't understand, Xena and Gabrielle. I worked so hard those 23 years to get folks to like me. But no, they never did. They didn't. They hated me for those 23 years. No need of how many matches I won or how many straps I won. No need how many matches I lost. No need if I was full-time or half-time. No need if I was wrestling or show playing or whatever. Well, I'm sorry, John, if you know. So Xena says, you spent half of those 23 years or so doing everything that you believed that you could do to get folks to like you. And when you could only get half of the world to like you, that wasn't good enough. So the folks that were backing you up for 23 years wasn't good enough. Now, you can be the wretch all you want. You have that right. But don't shame or guilt me or scathe me and say that I was a hater of you or I didn't onlook you or your work. To tell you the truth, John, I thought you were a really good wrestler. You know, when I first saw you, I guess, when you I guess, when you came from UPW and OVW to WWE. I said, there's an upcoming star. And everyone thought you could handle being liked or not liked. But I guess at the end of the day, John, you couldn't handle it. Yeah, I guess so, Gabrielle says. John, you were in the same boat that Hulk Hogan was in his run in WCW, when he thought he had to shift heel for the 2th time, because he thought that was the only way he could get folks to like him again. You were like Bret Hart towards the end of his run in WWF when he shifted heel because he thought that everyone in the 4-1 Reichs had shifted against him. You were like Shawn Michaels. Every time Shawn Michaels would shift heel, he'd say the same thing. You were like Rocky Maivia in his early run in WWF. Thought that by going heel, anyway, you get folks to like him. And it's sad, but no need how well liked Hulk Hogan or Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels was, or even how well liked Steve Austin was, though not everyone was going to like what they did. Well, you know what, Xena and Gabrielle, it isn't over. You know, the folks who truly do like what I do, well, they'll go on liking what I do. I can't get the haters not to like me. And you want to know the truth, Xena? I was ready to go heel many times in those 23 years. But Vince McMahon was always like, John, if you go heel, there won't be any other baby layers that we can make to be the top one anymore. If you go heel, we're going to lose all of that gold we made off of caps and shirts and dolls and games and books and hot live shows and house shows and Farseer show buys and whatever. We're going to lose all that, John. And that was why they never wanted me to go heel in all those 23 years. Well, that's understandable, Gabrielle said. Folks didn't want to see what a John Cena heel run would be. And I guess Gabrielle said the folks who wanted you to go heel got what they wanted, I guess. It took them half of those 23 years to get there, but they got what they wanted. Yeah. I guess so, John Cena says. I hope they're happy with my 2-diff heel run. I hope that they're happy with all of that, because they had to yield from the end of 2020 and 2003 while till 2025 while to get it. But you know how I'm going to really get even with them? If I beat Cody Rhodes, that everyone seems to love, but guess what? Sooner or later, they're going to shift on him, just like they shifted on everyone else. They did it to Hulk Hogan more than once. They did it to Bret Hart more than once. They did it to Shawn Michaels many times, Steve Austin many times. They did it to The Rock many times. Sooner or later, they're going to end up doing it to Cody Rhodes. And if I win the WWE heavyweight winnings, then at least I'll be one of the last big names to win it. You know, and I'll be getting even. Well, you know, one day, John, there will be someone else that will end up winning it more time than you. And though, let's say you're lucky and you do win it for the 7th time and then you withdraw afterwards, John, how is that getting even with anyone? What? Because it'll get them something to talk about. Hey, John Cena is the WWE heavyweight fighter, but that would be the last time. You wouldn't be winning it ever again after that. And anyone else who won it after that, they wouldn't have to worry about you coming back for it again. So how would that be getting even? Gabrielle, don't worry about talking to John about getting even. He's not right in the head. He he believes that if he becomes a 7-time WWE heavyweight fighter, somehow and withdrawals of it, somehow that's going to get even for all the 23 years that folks didn't like them. Yeah, whatever.